Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at 5 things that we don't want to see in the Chucky TV series.
Everybody's a suspect!
Coming to get you, Bobber.
Wolfman's got Nards!
Unfortunately, I didn't do a trailer reaction to the Chucky TV series, but I did watch it a couple of times just to see if there's anything in it that I noticed or anything in it that I liked the look of or anything that I didn't like the look of. But overall, I think it actually looks pretty good. For a sci-fi TV series, it actually looks pretty decent, to be honest. I am still a little bit skeptical of Chucky going to a TV series in a place like Sci-Fi. If it went to somewhere like Netflix or Amazon Prime or somewhere bigger, then I would have accepted it more, but because it's going to Sci-Fi, I still have my worries, but I also have some positives as well. But today we're going to be looking at things that I just don't want to see. The first thing I don't want to see is the slapstick comedy. I don't like that aspect of any of the Chucky movies. Yes, we do have some comedy in the Chucky films, which is absolutely fine. You don't mind comedy in horror films when it's small amounts. Chucky 1, 2 and 3, they hardly had any comedy moments in it, and in fact the only comedy scenes in it were Chucky's reaction to things and Brad Dourif's performance as Chucky, or as the voice of Chucky. So those things are fine, and that's why I quite liked Curse of Chucky, because they left out most of the comedy. The only comedy came from Brad Dourif's voice acting. The second thing I want them to leave out is Glenn/Glenda. He was the biggest issue in Seed of Chucky. I know there was a lot of issues in Seed of Chucky, but he was probably the standout issue. I don't like the fact that Chucky had a girlfriend. I don't like the fact that he had a child. I don't like the fact that Glenn was it. I just don't like the Glenn/Glenda character. Will we see Glenn/Glenda in the TV series? There is still a possibility because of Don Mancini's background, and that's not an issue. I think introducing Glenn the way they did in Seed of Chucky was a big issue. But the more dolls you have, and I will talk about that more, but the more dolls that you have that are possessed, the less effective Chucky becomes. The third thing I don't want to see is too much CGI. Now yes, we do need to use some CGI as we do with most modern horror movies, but one thing that made the original Chucky movies effective was the use of the practical effects. Now I have seen behind the scenes shots of this TV series, and yes, they do use a lot of practical effects. They even use a kid as Chucky's body. But when you watch the trailer, it's clear to me that there is CGI used on Chucky. Now I don't mind CGI blood, I don't mind CGI whatever else, but it's the CGI issues that I have with the Chucky face. And I think they're going to use CGI a lot of the time with his face. So as much as I enjoy them using the practical Chucky, I still think they're going to edit that practical body with a CGI face, and I don't want them to do that. And if they do, please use a minimum or a minimal amount, because too much CGI will be off-putting. My fourth concern is the story itself. Now Chucky, again, is originally a movie series. You know, you get an hour and 30 minutes of a Chucky movie, and that's it. You enjoy it or you don't enjoy it or whatever. And the stories are quite short. You know, there's not much to the stories of the Chucky movies. But this is a TV series. It's going to be 8 to 10 episodes of a TV series. How much of a story can they build on that length? Assuming they're, say, 30 to 40 minutes long. I don't know how long sci-fi TV series are. Let's say 35 minutes. I know that most of them are 40 minutes, but some are only 30 minutes or so. How much of a story can they get into over 4 hours of a Chucky TV series? You know, they're going to have maybe 3 movies worth of scripting for a TV series like this to work. So I am worried that they may draw out a little. Maybe we'll get either the first 2 or 3 episodes of nothing and then a good ending, or maybe we'll get a good 3 or 4 episodes of something great only to fizz out halfway through the series. So we don't want that to happen. Not only do we not want that to happen, we want it to be successful, and so successful that we may get a series 2. The fifth thing that I don't want them to do, and this is probably the biggest one for me, is I don't want multiple Chuckies. It's a stretch that we'll probably get Tiffany. We may even get Glenn, hopefully not, but I don't want to see multiple Chuckies. I know that Don Mancini is ever evolving with his Chucky series. He wants to do something different all the time with his Chucky movies. I think that the cult of Chucky was a step too far for me. I just don't want to see too many Chuckies, because like I mentioned before, you lose that uniqueness of the Chucky character. You lose the dread of Chucky as well, because it's almost like you're battling an army of Chuckies. You kill one, you kill the next one, and there's more to come. There's just no stopping it. Whereas if you've just got that one Chucky to focus on, that's more relentless. You know, get him the forefront. Don't give us 3 or 4, 5 or 6 Chuckies. Just give us that one Chucky. So I fear that we may still get more than one Chucky, because I don't think they're going to completely ignore Cult of Chucky with the characters that are coming back. You've got Nika coming back, for example. Alex Vincent's coming back as Andy. So all these characters are coming back from the movies like Curse and Cult, as well as Bride and Seed, etc. And obviously the first 2 movies. So all these characters are coming back, so they can't really ignore the storyline of Cult. I just hope if they do ignore any aspects of it, it's the multiple Chuckies. What are your thoughts on this new TV series so far, guys? Is there anything that stands out to you that looks good? Is there anything that stands out to you that you're maybe worried about? I wouldn't say anything that looks bad, because we can't really comment yet. But if there's anything in the trailer that maybe you're worried about, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And as always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.